Lou makes this short video where it's apparently a penthouse. I don't know. I think he's somewhere in the Caribbean. And it's 3 levels. Okay. Now, let's talk about that. Okay. The implication is that he owns it. It's his. Okay. But can you prove that, Lou? Can you show us a deed? Can you show us something where you own that penthouse? No, you can't. There would be public record of it that you own it. You understand? Okay. So it's either one of a few things. It's either one. Are you ready? I used to work for Hilton. I don't know if all of you know this. And I worked for the executive level in the timeshare where we would have the most ridiculous penthouses. I'm talking about penthouses. The one that he showed, you had the whole view of Manhattan. You had a piano. You had, like, in some cases, there was like a pool in the room. I mean, it was insanity. Okay. So the thing is, anybody could get access to it. Like here's an example. I could just, like, I worked for Hilton, so I know all of this. But like, you could just basically call up and say, listen, I would like to, our packages started at like $100,000 in timeshares. I would like to see some of the top rooms in the timeshare. So I could show you that room. And in some cases, I would even let you stay there. Like, there was one time a very rich guy said, listen, can I stay here for an hour just to get comfortable? And now this guy was willing to drop about 150,000. So yeah, I said, a matter of fact, not only can you sit there, I said, I'm going to bring a nice bottle of champagne. I said, we were able to do that for like very big players. So the point is that I've already seen people do things like this where they can just walk into, a very, very prestigious hotel. It could be the Waldorf Astoria, it could be anything. And you could just request. Like, I remember one time they converted the Plaza Hotel into condos. And you could just actually set up an appointment. Just be like, I'd like to see, the penthouse. I'd like to see the top floor. And you could just do a viewing. Okay? Or at the very, very, I'm going to try to give this guy the best case scenario. He's renting it. And wherever he is, that thing can't be a lot of money. It's not. Listen, I'll tell you what, Lou. I like to see you rent something in Manhattan like that, okay? So he's somewhere where that thing is probably pennies on the dollar to rent. It could be, honestly, like I said, I worked in timeshares, and I've seen people have beautiful, beautiful rooms. And timeshares, I've seen people even spend $15,000 for timeshares. And and sometimes you can even get upgraded, like lose a conniva. You could be like, I'm very bad, you can show medical records, I'm not in good health, and they'll give you a courtesy upgrade. So listen, Lou, you don't own any assets. That's it. You don't own that. You don't own any cars. That doesn't impress me, Lou. Like I said, Lou is a great hustler. He's a great hustler. The problem is I'm a better hustler. And the thing is, I know all your hustles. I know what you're doing. You're like you're like a magician. You're an illusionist. You give this illusion of success, but in reality, you know and I know that you don't own DICK. Okay, video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. It's not legal advice. I'm not an attorney. This videos and all my videos are for entertainment purposes only, because that's what I am, an entertainer.